Well, hello. I truly worry about society. I truly worry about what the internet has allowed people to be and become and show their true colors. Was it always this way? I think there's things like the Great Reset that people talk about, population control and why and the degeneration of society and how people have done. And some people think to themselves, well, robbers and rapists and all these those kind of things. But no, I'm talking about just a lack of empathy, just an overall across the board lack of empathy in humanity. Just this little withering away that you feel in the way of people communicate with one another, just the way people just close each other off based on political views or ideas or just thoughts in generals. You know, I am a weirdo. I am totally a weirdo. I admit that. I admit that 1,000%. And I say a lot of controversial things. At the same time, there's been a lot of people that I've had in my life for a pretty decent time, and I don't think that I've caused damage in their life. But because of something I've said, you know, they completely run away. And that's been a common thing. Has it been a common thing for you? Is that who I am? Someone who pushes people away because of what I believe? I think that's often, I say that my beliefs are a lot stronger than the shells that reside the souls because those souls are going to come back. But the shell's just going to change. Those are the things that stress me out. Those are the things that I talk about. Those are the things that I worry about. I worry about society. I worry about every day, every morning, I breathe a sigh of relief that I don't have a child to take care of because I would probably kill myself. And I know that that's controversial, and I know and that if you have a child on beautiful, wonderful, that's on you. That's your path. Great. That's awesome. But for me, when I look at how people behave with one another and how people just all of a sudden just destroy the reputation of each other, just pop, 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 like sniper fire without even thinking that they're doing that. Wow. Like on a regular basis, you know? And I think to myself, well, maybe what goes around comes around. Yeah, I think that to a certain degree I do it. I think that when the war in Palestine, in the area, and for against the Palestinian people, which should be Palestine, and Israel should really think about that association of giving up some land so that people can, I don't know, live in peace. But hey, so that's a whole other video. See, we're talking about that, and then the whole element of Israel and what that means, and that's controversial on itself. And then the Vatican and the 9 million children molested statistically because only 7% of the, all those things in the football. Don't get me started on the footballs. So it's just a plethora of thoughts that I have about society, and I don't have many friends. Because I'm scary to them. I'm scary to a lot of people and the things that I say. I'm very loving, I'm very caring. And I think perhaps that's also kind of like weird to people, how immediately sharing and kind I am. People are like, are you obsessed with me? I'm like, no, you should talk to the person next door. Like, literally. I'm exactly the same way. So that's what stresses me about life as the Messiah. I keep trying to push that element away. I keep trying to think, no, it's okay, give it to somebody else. But, the powers that be keep pushing it on me and being like, no, you got to say something. You got to do something. Even if you don't, not really, you got to take up that role because nobody else is taking up that role. Nobody else is saying that we need more empathy. We need to think more about other people and less about ourselves. And we need to think about having a little bit more mercy for each other. Me personally thinking about having more mercy towards other people because what goes around comes around, and I have to admit, have not been too merciful. I think it's stressful. I think it's stressful with the Harvey thing being released from prison and the way the government is run in a lot of ways, and it's just there's just a lot. There's just a lot for a lot of Americans, and the Great Reset. Maybe we should have a Great Reset, but not in the way that people think, like an own interpersonal reset, and be like, all right, I'm resetting myself to love and just whatever, and being my true self. Maybe that's what it should be. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of people. I don't talk to people much, personally and outside. All of it scares me. But I can't be scared. I can't be scared of people. I can't be scared of people that care about me. You know, it is what it is. All right. I love you. I wish you a wonderful eternity.